Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live stream. Welcome everybody in. We have some special guests tonight. I'll let them introduce themselves, but as always, we start with the man.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us on a Friday night.
We start with the man.
Echo. So look, guys, thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Georgia Shooting Connection told you we would have a special guest. So look, guys, thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Georgia Shooting Connection told you we would have a special guest. So look, guys, thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Georgia Shooting Connection told you we would have a special guest.
Is that the remix?
Sorry, the echo.
I had to click it 15 times. What the heck?
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. We've got two special guests. You guys know Eagle Eye Shooting, and we've got another guest. I'll let her introduce herself. So thanks everyone for joining us, and I'm gonna shoot it to Kyle.
You got a point, man. Remember?
I know I'm gonna mess up.
Hey guys, happy Friday! Glad to see everybody. Glad y'all could make it as usual. We're here to wind down and take off the work day, so to speak. Hope everybody's having a great evening, and go for it. There we go.
All right, Miss Surrender, you want to tell them who you are, and we're very pleased to have you with us tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Well, I'm glad you guys invited me. My name's Sharenda, but my handle on Instagram is Pink Shears, and I also reload, and my friends and acquaintances also call me a unicorn because you don't see many Black women reloaders. Oh, and I'm a coffeeholic, so you may see this a lot.
I love her already. She's drinking Black Rifle Coffee Company, so yeah, we're
nice.
Yeah, got to support our vets when we can.
Yes, we do.
And Kenny, we want to thank you for being here tonight, and we also want to thank you for inviting us to the big deal last weekend.
Oh, absolutely! It was a joy to finally meet you guys, and I'm still kind of recovering from the jet lag, but you guys, it's been a fun time, and we have a lot to talk about that whole event. If you don't mind, can you put her channel down, link it below for folks to see it?
Can you do that, Sharenda?
I don't know how to do that, and I'm going to be honest. I have a YouTube channel. I don't have anything on it. I'm more active on Instagram.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say your Instagram channel.
Okay, let me.
Here comes.
Like, where's a teenager or a kid when you need one?
Actually,
comment in the side chat, they'll be able to just click on your name and follow your channel. But I know it's the names are different. So
I found it. Okay. Thank goodness for double monitors.
Yes, and 2 devices.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, if my side chat starts acting crazy, I've got my iPad right here. So
Ozark said he's got some teenagers that can help.
Okay, so instead of posted in the private chat, hold on.
Ozark said he's got some teenagers you can have.
No, I definitely want to give them back. I currently have a 3-year-old on land, and I'll be so glad when I can send her back.
You got a 3-year-old on land.
Yes, it's like, oh, they're so cute when you can give them back to their parents.
Yeah, just put them up the chocolate and let them have it. Oh, now she's been laying in the floor for the last 2 hours after our dinner and walk, and now she wants to play tug of war. What is going on? I got a 1.5-year-old. Oh, God.
Ozark says if you take them, you got to keep them.
And Fuzzy's got a really good question there, Jamie.
You see that? You see that? Basically, Fuzzy's asking, how did you get into reloading? How and why did you get into reloading?
Would that be for me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I've only been dealing with firearms for starting the top of my 4th year. So let me put that out there. I'm still new firearm user. And I am also discovering that once I finally took my gun out the closet and actually shot it and enjoyed it, I've had bad influences such as you guys. I always plant these things in my head about, hey, have you ever tried reloading? And was like, no, because I didn't know what the hell reloading was at first. And I went to the conservation of all places. Didn't know that they were such a hidden treasure. They had classes. So I took a couple of the classes. One of the ladies in the organization I'm part of, her husband reloads. So they invited me to their house, and then I started reloading on their machine, copied their machine, and just been reloading ever since. And I actually enjoyed it. And I always share with people that one of the things I really enjoy about it is if I sense that my honey is getting ready to give me a honeydew list or ask me to do something, I can just simply get up and go to the machine and just look like I'm messing with it. They'll come in, oh, she's reloading, and they'll leave me alone. And I'm trying not to laugh because I'm sitting there not doing anything but getting out of work. And I also like the fact that I don't have to worry about if I have a shoot coming up, running to the store, grabbing ammo. I can just get up on a Saturday after I finish my 4th cup of coffee, crank out about 400 or 500, call it a day. When people were panicking when Walmart wasn't going to start carrying ammo once they run out, I was like, I don't have that problem. I roll my own.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, that's biggest advantage of reloading right there is being self-contained or having all your stuff that you can do and support your hobby.
I see you.
Definitely.
You have some blue Kool-Aid behind you.
I do. Yep. I do. It's covered because I was reloading earlier and I haven't emptied the powder, so I was trying to keep it PG and safe. You know how we say, always store your powder in a container. When I get done, I'm going to reload the rest of it. So,
isn't the hopper a container?
Sure. It's not the original one though.
That's Sharonda, can you tell them what kind of dealing you run?
I have the 550C. I would prefer a single stage. I actually like both. I still like feeling my machine work, so I kind of went midway. And then when I gun grow up a little bit more, which I asked Santa to bring me a rock chucker so I could single stage load, I wasn't really interested in cranking out a bunch, so a 1050 wasn't really feasible for me, and I didn't have the space.
Cool. I'll tell you guys how I don't want to say I found you, but I did find you on Instagram. And you guys know I'm on Instagram up under the same handle, and I was up under Dylan's hashtag, and I seen a machine or something, and then I clicked on it, and then when I seen the page, I was like, this is a lady. You guys know it's not a lot of lady reloaders, right? So when I started going through her channel or her page on Instagram, I'm like, man, I gotta send her some messages. And then I think I followed her and she followed me. And then this is what happened. One day she seen me casting bullets and she was like, do you sell bullets? How much? And I'm like, nope, I won't sell them. I said, but I'll send you some. So that's how I was full of crap too. I gotta cast them. So that's how I started following her. And then she does more. I'm gonna let her tell you, but she does more than reload. So that's the thing about the unicorn and all of that. You want to tell them what else you do, Sharonda?
I also do sport and clay. I'm part of a league, and also they say I'm an ambassador. I haven't figured that out. I think they just gave me that title, but I love sport and clay because the best advice I ever heard when I first started learning to shoot was a guy told me, well, that's great. Your targets look great on paper because they don't move. The best thing you could do is learn how to shoot a moving target, and the only thing you can do all year round legally shoot at that moves are birds. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got hooked on that. Then I wanted all of my friends to become interested, so they see me out there on my Instagram. And so now we have more women and a few more minority women that also do trap and sport and play too, which was my goal. I also contract with Hodgdon, and I do demos for their Reload show. Right now, it's mainly women. I'll go to women groups, and I'll even do private ones because, I mean, life happens. Not everybody can get to a demo. So if they get at least 5 ladies, I'll take my machine and my equipment. I'll go over to their house and we'll do a demo. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 people. It doesn't cost them anything because Hodgdon's paying me. All they have to do is crank out a few, go shoot them and see the difference. And then I'll also go on shopping trips with them. And when I say shopping trips, I've actually had 3 ladies in the last 7 weeks call me up and say, hey, I think I want to go ahead and get a reloader. Will you go to the store with me and help me pick out stuff? Sure, you buy me some coffee. And then we'll go and we'll set it up. And if necessary, I'll go over and, I mean, it's not work for me. I enjoy it. So I'll go over and, hold their hand because I had someone hold my hand. And if it gets more women interested, I'll gladly be their buddy.
That is so awesome. So let me see if I get this right. You're from the Midwest. You're a coffeeholic. You love kitchen gadgets, baking, and bargain shopping.
Yes.
All right, I've got you. You'll recognize. Well, I don't know if you'll recognize me or not. My Instagram name's different, but the logo's the same.
Yeah, some of the guys who want you to pick them up with Lady Reloader, since you know them all. So everybody's pretty impressed. I think this is the first time that they've seen Sherenda, and I've got to admit that I've ran into her a couple of times over at the Reloading podcast on Tuesday nights, and Chico knew her from Instagram, but there's something I need to talk about. Black Bag Resources. Do y'all know Black Bag Resources? You remember meeting them, Kenny?
Yeah, he was an awesome dude. He had the best mustache ever. And I mean that. I mean, not, it was seriously, it was awesome. And he's just an awesome person to talk to, down to earth. Had a lot of good chat, and his products are just amazing too. So that was really cool to see that.
Chico and I got one of these, and we actually tried it.
Yes, I am actually going to buy one of those because I was jealous of that too.
Right.
He popped in the side chat. He had to go, and I was waiting until we got a pause moment. So, yeah, like Jamie said, like when we were at the event, we met a lot of good people, but certain people stand out, right? Yeah. And when people, either initiate conversation or something like that, or just show us great hospitality, we definitely have to support them and stuff like that. So if y'all get a chance, if y'all can check up in the side chat, I think Jamie highlighted his channel, Black Bag Resources. Check him out. Check their stuff. I think he's out of PA. So
no, he's out of New Jersey, and they're going to his stuff. And not just that, I got a better deal than that for you.
He's gonna post it. There you go, brother.
Yeah.
Cool.
I believe he's affiliated with Timber Creek also. Which Timber Creek makes a lot of custom AR-15 anodized parts, bulk, the charging handles, forehand grips, pistol grips, stuff that you don't see. We actually picked up one of their their handguards, and I was pretty amazed to see how light that thing was. So
it was, definitely was.
Yeah, they weigh like nothing. Okay, yeah, he's in New Jersey, Uncle Jim. But if you will go to that link, now these things are cheap. Now, and y'all have seen Such and other guys. I've not. Chico and I have actually used this
the same day.
The same day.
Yeah, we all did.
And it's very dense. It's not very heavy,
It's waterproof.
water resistant.
Oh, water resistant. Okay.
Check it out. And one thing I read on the website is like you can take and do it like this and put your rifle up here. Uncle Jim, this is just what you need for the burn barrel, man.
Right.
And so then you can turn it sideways and use this. Use another one at the back, but it's kind of bulky. I really like this bag that I bought from. Can't even remember. You remember who I bought this bag from? $20.
Yeah, that came from Colt. Not Colt.
Yeah. Dang, they were there too.
Cole.
Cole, yeah, Cole Outdoors, something like that.
Cole Tack.
Yeah, Cole Tack.
Okay, so if what I got to tell y'all is he will actually, for $2 more, I think he will put your channel logo on here, and I'm gonna order a couple of them. Get my channel logo.
Yeah, he'll laser engrave the logo on that.
And if you spend $50, you will get free shipping.
Right. So there's 10 out there. So somebody's gonna hog up all of them probably. Let me over my debit card.
Well, I can say you're not satisfied. Say you want more for your money. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. If you will use coupon code JH586SW, you will get 10% off.
That sounds like a deal, man. You know, I'm a sucker for a deal.
Can you repeat that, please?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm going to do you better than that.
Look at that. Look, guys, I'll tell you, this thing right here, it weighs 2 ounces, 2 3/4 ounces. Or if you are a reloader, it weighs 1,205 grains. So do the math, you know.
Ozark's pretty dense. I was thinking when Sharenda said something earlier, yeah, I need to get in better shape. But hey, you know, round is a shape.
Round is a shape, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some binoculars that I always post on my social media that I'm dad bod peeping when I was checking it, and I do. So if you have a dad bod and your windows are cracked, I'm peeping because you know dad bods need love too. And I mean, I guess I got a soccer mom bod, so equal opportunity perv. Man.
Right.
She's gonna be his spine.
I prefer man of girth.
That's a good one, man of girth.
I'm gonna have to remember that. That's coming in handy at work on Monday. My boss says he always likes to impersonate the letter Q. He's a fairly large man.
Anyway, guys, he said if that code goes well, he'll be sending more stuff our way for us to check out and for us maybe to give some away and stuff like that. So go check them out if you feel like, you know, I've seen these things around forever, and I thought, you know, there's no way that can be out of my price range, and they're not. I mean, they're like $16, but if you buy 4 or 5 of them, you get them shipped free.
Right. Well, yeah,
I'd love to have one of them with my YouTube logo on it.
Yeah, I think it'd be a pretty cool giveaway, something that we could offer on the site and whatever, you know. So I think I'm gonna order some. Just got a lot of rifle builds, and I got to get a bunch of tooling for the lathe. That's what's killing me right now. Here I am pursuing gunsmithing. It's killing me.
So I see the side chat and say we got 51 watching. I'm gonna run down the side chat if that's okay, Jamie.
It's time, brother. Go for it.
So guys, thanks for joining us. We got very first one is Fuzz T Fork 8, Big Al, Willie Bullet Man, Vanessa Kitty's out there, Chris 338, Broke Loader, West Covina Dodge, Charles Irby, Gun Loving Grandpa, Andy 79Z28. We got James Pollard, Tacos and French Fries, Biggie, Tread. We also have Uncle Jim throwing the hammers. Sharenda's in the side chat too, guys. Ozark Spirit, Frankie Cletus, Kyle Lust on the panel. Black Bag Resources, that's who we were just talking about. Awesome guy. We met at the recent weekend. We got Thoughts of an Old Soldier. Daniel God is my judge. Seymour, I did see more. Thomas Pickering, Sean Tenery, Texas Outlaw Michael Signs, Red Raider Reloading, Just in Time Prepping, Reloader 762, Armament and Axes, Free Demon 133. Never seen you, but thank you for joining us. Treat Demon. PC Bullet Empire. We definitely have more coming. Y'all hang on with me. Eagle Eye Shooting's on the panel with us. That is a lot of you out there. Thanks for joining. Some of them are double. Big Al, if I haven't said them already. Uncle John, OL1 Guy, Alaska 1 Andy, Big Papa, Joe Led Slinger, Jesse B Outdoors, Mike Train, James Pollard, again, I'm sure. And that is it for the minute. So thanks, guys, for joining, guys and girls, for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. If y'all have any questions for Sharenda or Pink Shears, as you see on her screen, y'all have to throw hammers so they stand out. So sometimes I'm looking at the side chat. We don't want to leave anyone out. Or if you got any questions in general. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir. A very professional job as always.
My pleasure. From the Dirty South, yes.
So, what actually stood out to you guys at that event?
You
I'll
mean
tell you the
the
truth.
ring?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jamie. The wise go first.
I was just thinking. I was just said beside the rain. You know, it ain't rained in 2 months, and it's been hotter than we won't say what. And then we come up to this weekend, it starts cooling off a little bit, and the next thing you know, it's raining. It cleared up through the week, a day or two, and now it's raining back again. So there's a question for Eagle.
Oh, straight pullback, AR. The non-reciprocating upper. I believe there is shoot, I'm brain farting bad today. I'll have to get back to you, Andy, and let you know. There's an upper that I've seen that has a straight pullback, non-reciprocating up, basically bolt. You have to change out your cam pin on your bolt carrier group, and it's worth spending the extra $50. You know, I think this upper costs around $140 just a receiver, but that's by far the best upper straight pullback. Let me try to find it for you.
What is he talking about? Something you seen at the show?
Well, no, I didn't see any. Well, actually, I did, but they were just side cuts. Basically, the bolt carrier group had a charging handle on it. I don't really like that because sometimes, especially if you're going to use your gun in the competition, or for instance, just plain defense, and you lean up against the wall, that bolt's going to get caught. So I don't like those side charger bolt carrier groups. This causes a problem. Plus, it's kind of a safety thing too. I gotta find a video. I saw a YouTube video in slow motion. This guy was firing with his Fostech, trigger, and the handle unscrewed off and hit him right in the forehead. So, yeah. Let me try to find that.
Yeah. Charles Irby. Hey, look, I'll tell y'all what stood out to me besides everything. until last weekend, I was a suppressor virgin and a full auto virgin. So I had never used or even shot full auto or any kind of suppressed weapons. And it was funny. I mean, it was weird because we were shooting and we had ear protection on, and we were shooting a suppressed gun. You was like, did I just shoot it? I didn't even hear it, you know. And it was certain times during the range where they said suppressor fire only, which was cool. So you could take off your ear protection. But I enjoyed that probably more than anything, the suppressed fire and the full auto fire.
Yeah, that's what I enjoyed the most too, was getting hands on, actually trying out a lot of the suppressors, in big name brands too, the OSS suppressors. They had all, you know, the what was it, silencer, Elevated Science was out there. Yeah, that was a good suppressor. And there's a lot of folks out there running silencer codes. I saw somebody with a Hybrid 46, which I had on order, and found out that actually, you know, there's just you know, the OSS suppressors, I thought it'd be a lot quieter, but I was actually kind of disappointed with those suppressors. That's just my opinion, but I noticed, yeah, you don't have the gas blowback, but it's not as quiet as most people think.
Oh boy, they're back from the store.
Daniel, bro, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, we're all very sorry to hear about your uncle, Daniel. The company that made the FALs,
VS Arms.
DS Arms,
Mm-hmm.
That
those
thing
things,
is awesome.
they are bad. Y'all gotta try some of them if you get a chance.
I have a video on my Instagram showing me shooting that rifle full auto.
Is that the one I sent you?
Yes, sir. See, though I said I didn't have a lot of video, and the only video I got, I think either Jamie or Kenny had to send it to me, because I didn't like, not with the selfie, you know, shooting full autos. I didn't want to get kicked out. But it was cool though. Yeah, but that thing was 308. That was nice, man. I like that.
Right.
Yeah, Chico, I saw your video. You moved back 1.5 feet in about 10 rounds.
Hey, well, somebody said that, they was like, "Don't let that gun handle you," and I was like, "It's a 308." You know what I mean? It's 5.56 is different. I think. I assume.
See, that's where that dad bod would come in handy. There with a counterbalance that.
Yeah, you need a little ballast. Me and Jamie got plenty of ballast. We ain't going nowhere. Love you, brother.
Yeah, oh, you got, South love. Let's see what else we got out here in the side chat.
Did I see Pat? Uncle Jim talking to Pat.
Yeah, Pat's here.
All right, West Covina. I got a souvenir, and we were discussing. We need your expert opinion.
Does it have anything to do with a frog pipe holder? Pat, just tell me if it was you. I need to know. I'm dying here.
Yeah, that what Jamie's gonna show is gonna be nice.
If Jamie can find it.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Sharonda. Hey, Kenny.
Hey.
Say, hey, Chico.
Good morning.
Good evening.
Who are you?
Who are
I'm
you?
Sharinda. What's your name?
I like
This is my grandbaby, Rigby. All right, go in there with Mimi.
Bye, Rigby.
Hey, Rigby.
Bye, sweetie.
Quit squealing. Go on.
Oh, she's adorable.
All right, there you go. Don't do that.
You turned it off. He'll come back.
Gotta love it. I've never seen that on a StreamYard live cast. Jamie's got the swirling white circle of death.
I think
Yeah, he got bumped out. He'll come back.
I think she turned off his laptop.
She turned off my laptop.
Oh man.
Are we still on?
He's still alive, yes, sir.
Unbelievable. Surrender, grandkids are overrated.
No, because you can send them home.
Here you go, Surrender. Here's your good question from Mr. Tread. He's full of good questions.
Okay. So Hodgson, if any of you guys went to the SHOT Show, what was that? 29? No, this year. SHOT Show this year.
Yep.
They're reintroducing their original road show where they go around and do demos to get people interested in reloading because, of course, it drives powder sales for them. A bunch of people in Kansas City knew I love to reload and did it avidly. If you can see all the stuff on my Instagram and Facebook. The original location where Hodgson first started, I knew the owner and two of the instructors that worked there. When Hodgson decided that they were going to bring in NRA certified metallic reloading instructors, and I was actually pretty honored. They invited me to take the certification course. And then we had the privilege, and it was a shocker, that Kent, and I always mess up his last name, Kent Yakamoto, who used to work for Rock Chucker, now works for Hodgson, was also getting a certification. I mean, the guy knows his stuff, so he really didn't need it, but he demos too, so they wanted NRA certified instructors. Afterwards, after he observed all of us, he actually got our email address and asked me if I would be interested in doing demos. And you go out and you set your own schedule. And the only stipulation is you just have to be NRA certified. That certification actually doesn't cost that much, surprisingly. I think it's about maybe less than $300. Then after that, you reach out to whoever you want to reach out to. Schedule when you want to do the demos. You email Hodgson. Hodgson puts it out on their website. So not only is the information available to the public where you can get more people to come, but other companies may also go out there and say, hey, well, we see there's a reloader that's certified in the area. They may invite you to come and demo at their location. Now, if any of you guys are interested in that, I'll be more than happy to share the information. They're looking for people all over the country.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember when you asked me that. It's probably been about 4 or 6 months ago or something. Because I kind of had the same question, like, how do you get hooked up with a powder manufacturer? So yeah,
it was a blessing.
Yeah,
it was a blessing. And also, I had stalked them. Like, I asked them if I could come out and do a tour too. It's just how interested I am. If I'm interested in something, I want to know all the stuff.
Yeah.
So if I find out you'll do a tour, I'll come out, ask questions, be annoying. I don't care. Worst you can tell me is no.
Right. Yeah. And what's cool is that they give you the new products and stuff to actually learn and then demonstrate. I think that's pretty cool to try out.
Yes. And they do not give me powder for free. I do have to pay for that powder.
But yeah. I got the Chico question. Do you get any kind of discounts?
You can if you buy in bulk, which the way my debit card is set up,
right,
not possible. And then if you purchased over so much a year, that has to be reported to your taxes. I forget what that is. Unfortunately, since I'm still new and still have to buy a lot of accessories and stuff, I'm only buying them $21 cans at a time.
Well, $21 is a discount here in Georgia.
It is, because that's about average here in Kansas City. The little 5 pound is about $21.99 at Academy Sports.
1 pound or 5 pounds?
I'm sorry, 1 pound.
Say that is a deal.
1 pound. Yeah, no, I'm thinking I wish I could get a 5 pound one. Bass Pro is too high.
this is IMR. It's close, and there you go.
$24.99.
Yeah, $21.99 is the cheapest I found it here, which I do keep a spreadsheet of where I go and what I buy and what's on sale. So when I go grocery shopping,
I've got some Harsden up there, but I just looked. It doesn't have a price tag on it. I got plenty in the gun safe with price tags, but I'm not doing that. It's the same. It's $25 a pound.
Yeah.
Or you can get the I call it Voodie, that French powder or wherever they make it. That stuff's like $33 a pound.
Yeah, Vivitor, yeah.
Jamie, what is that?
This is my Maxie dog, and she grunts. Can y'all hear her grunt?
yes.
Get down. All these interruptions. Anyway,
Go ahead and say hello. So you can get us upstairs.
hey Carter.
Hi.
Hey Carter.
Hey, Carter.
Oh,
Carter,
hey, Carter, I can't see you, buddy. I've got your dad's half blocked out. I can't see you, buddy, but hey. I can see half of you. There you are.
I love you more. Going upstairs. Hey, don't come back down here. Thank you.
Okay. Uncle Jim, you need to know this too, and you'll have to help me with this.
Okay.
The round Kenny showed on his video, the 50-140.
Yep.
That
That is.
was he? What's the name of the company? SK Arms.
Well, it was Lehigh Defense that brought the ammunition, and it was actually his TC Encore, the actual personal TC Encore. So I think it's pretty. That round is a 50 caliber, 485 grain bullet with 140 grains of black powder. And he said he loaded that thing with 120 grains of black powder, and just watching him shoot that thing, you can see his wrist just really tense up, and it's still that recoil he had, even with that muzzle brake, just just a lot of power behind that thing.
Yeah, he was a big old boy, and it's just about all he could do to keep it from hitting him between the eyes.
Yeah, so he had a 10-inch barrel, but 5 inches of that barrel is used up with a cartridge shoved in there. So, yeah.
Hey, MCK, he must be on another break. So there's another guy I met. The point I wanted to make is the company that he was there with.
Yeah. Damn, I don't know if I'm good for that today.
They make Thompson Contender or Encore Contender barrels. Uncle Jim, which one is the pistol? Anyway. Okay, so here you go, Pat.
Contender's the pistol.
Contender's the pistol. They make custom chamberings for anything you want. They'll make it for you.
Yeah.
So this is what do y'all know Anvil, the gunsmith for C and Arsenal? He gave me this. I'll have a video up hopefully tomorrow on the Reloaded Network about what is that?
Dirty.
Martini Henry.
Is it the rifle cartridge or is it the handgun? Is it a specific handgun cartridge or?
It's an old school, what the hell, Schneider 577 Martini Henry. It's the same cartridge. I wish Pat was here. He knows way more about this, but yeah, it's a rifle cartridge. And what they did is they chopped down that particular rifle you're talking about. He chopped it down and made it the pistol version, which they made also back in the day too. I believe
That looks
Pat,
more like artillery.
Yeah, I have one of Pat's rounds right here. This is the same cartridge. It's converted 20 gauge shotgun shell.
Wow.
So
Have y'all watched Eric's video, Iraq Veteran 888? Have y'all watched his video on reloading the Martini Henry?
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. I wouldn't reload for it just because it took 4.5 hours to make one round. Holy crap.
Yeah. We
Okay,
shot a heck of a lot of it over here when Pat came and visited. I think we went over 200, 300 rounds of this stuff. That's a lot of lead in that hill. I'm still trying to find that lead, Chico.
You want me to come over there? I'll help you.
I think it bounced off the hill, man.
That case, what Jamie's showing, this is what it is.
577, 450 out of a Martini Henry. She's a 600 grain.
Oh, shit. He said
Not the full.
600 grain projectile.
God almighty.
Okay. This is the 5110 that Lever Guns 50 sent me. And
Yeah.
they go right up next to each other.
I'm telling you, that's ignorant.
And this one was cut down because he made a pistol out of this old bent up Martini Henry. But y'all see it on my video when I get it up and out.
That's
Right.
ridiculous.
I thought this was interesting. All right, this is the Martini Henry pistol round, the brass.
The hell you say?
This is a 30-06.
Yeah, that's not a pistol. And Cranky, no, don't. No, not happening. I know you got me into 380, but you're not getting me into Martini Henry. First of all, I have to buy one, and I'm financially embarrassed. God almighty, what ignorant person shoots that in a pistol?
A lot of folks.
God.
I'm not gonna lie. If it was there and somebody said, "You want to shoot it?" Hell yes.
Oh, I mean, I'd shoot it.
Hell yes.
The damn thing. Jesus.
Or you dress up as a pirate at the same time.
Right. Right. I saw a picture about that. A lady was going out to shoot. She actually had her eye right up next to the scope.
Yeah, I see that one. I get that one a lot. I'm like, yeah, stop sending me that.
Don't do that. That's bad.
Probably Uncle John. Surrender, do you drive a Corvette?
No, I drive a Dodge Challenger.
That's the next best thing.
It's a V6 because at 42, I kind of need to save some gas money.
Yeah, but I'm familiar with that vehicle a lot. That V6 with the 8-speed transmission is one hauling ass car.
Yeah, I have caught myself letting it get away from me a couple of times where I was like, holy crap, I'm about to get a ticket. It's a V6, but it still has 330 horsepower in it, and it'll creep up on you.
They came out with that little package when I was still working for Dodge in Vegas, and I drove the first one for my first time, and I was like, wow, this little thing's got a little bit of oomph to it.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that, I went to buy a Dodge Journey, and the stipulation was, which I had to call the dealerships ahead of time, was I'm going to be bringing my gun case, and I have a Pelican. That thing is like almost 5 feet long on wheels. And I was like, when I bring it, there's not any guns in it, but the stipulation was I had to be able to get it in the car without having to lay a seat down in case after I got through shooting, I needed to run into Walmart. And I had to be able to get it in and out by myself. Only thing that case would fit in was a Durango. I can't afford a $600 a month car payment.
Yeah, the Durango's gotten stupid.
Yes, and I just so happened to look over at the Challenger, and I was like, wonder if it could fit in there. So, of course, all the sales reps are standing outside because here you have this suspect-looking black guy. That's how I'm going to describe my guy. And I'm not that tall. This black woman called up here saying she's coming up with the gun case to see if it'll fit in the car she wants to buy. So literally all the salesmen are outside. I haul this case, and all my range gear. Like I'm like the chair has to fit, the tent has to fit, the folding table has to fit, my range bag on wheels has to fit, my lunch bag, and my gun case, and I need to get in and out quickly.
It is amazing how much room those LX body cars have in them.
Man. So they're watching me drag all this stuff out, and they're like, "You want help?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not being a feminist, but if I'm out shooting by myself, I got to get the crap out by myself and load it by myself." It all fit in the car, surprisingly, and I was like, "I'll take it."
Yeah, I'm not a very tall guy, but I'm a fairly large guy. And me and another fairly large guy hopped in the back seat of one of them just to see what it'd feel like. Plenty of room. I was
In the
like,
back
wow.
seat of the Challenger?
Well, this was a Charger, but
Oh, okay.
it's the same body car. It's the same body car. But we got in the back seat, and I was like, man, you can actually kick back in this thing. There's plenty of room
Yeah.
without rubbing elbows or anything. You wouldn't think that car had that much room inside of it. It's the same body car.
Yep, I was shocked at how big that trunk was, and I was surprised. I could literally fit all that stuff in there and still have space. So it was an entertaining day that day.
You can probably fit about 4.5 bodies in there if you needed to.
You can, because we tried it.
Thank God for the Soprano latch. You know.
Yeah. Oh, and somebody posted she needs a VW bus. I did not have a bus, but I did have a Volkswagen Beetle before I got that car. And when my shotgun would not fit in the car, period, and my grandmother was laughing her ass off so hard her teeth fell out. That's when I decided I got to get rid of this car.
Oh, and you'll have to forgive Fuzz. He's our sweet old man in the room. He used to clean Benjamin Franklin's glasses. Most people shine shoes. He decided he was going to clean the glasses, so that's what he did growing up. So, love you, Fuzz. Mean it.
Yeah.
He's a cat guy. He got cats. Who has cats?
I know a few people.
I do too, and they're all weird.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cats are, cats, I'm probably going to get persecuted for this, but cats are kind of like women. They don't even want to be bothered when they want to be bothered.
Exactly. Dogs expect your affection. Cats only want it when they want it.
Yes.
That is so funny. And Fuzz has like 30 of them.
He has 30 cats? What the hell?
Are you serious? Really?
Yeah.
He has a lot of cats. I've never got a video of that.
I watched one video where I saw at least 9 different ones, and he said there's more.
Wow.
All right, we're degenerating into a car live stream now.
Oh,
Nice.
well, all right. If you ever have a problem with a 97 F-150 misfiring and it keeps setting injector driver codes, you probably need an ECM. But you can always fix it with the handyman secret weapon, duct tape.
Cats and cars. How we have
have
generated.
no pets.
People with cats are very intelligent. What's your excuse, Buzz? Oh, cats are smarter and don't need it. Oh my God! Now it becomes the PetSmart channel. What the hell?
He said the PetSmart.
Kenny had an interesting question earlier, and we got off into something else, but I think we need to revisit. Chico needs to come on back in here, and Kenny asked us what we found most interesting about the weekend last weekend, the Iraq Vet 8888 Range Day, the 7th annual. Oh, and Miss Surrender asked us what all we got in our bag.
The swag bag.
The swag bag.
I got one of these,
Up a little. There you go.
and on the back it says, he's a deep sea fisherman guide out of St. George's Island, Florida, I believe. Got a Gun Owners of America T-shirt.
Yeah, those guys at the range were probably one of the nicest folks. Just walking around passing out water, shirts, jerky. I mean, and then just was having a conversation about firearms, just being friends. That booth was. I think you said you signed up, didn't you?
We made a video of us signing up. I just hadn't got it up yet.
Yeah, you hadn't done anything. You hadn't called a brother, nothing.
Love you, brother. And then I got the Iraq Vet 7th Annual Range Day T-shirt. And then as Chico and I signed up, we actually talked to Mr. Pratt. Got a little bit of an interview with him, and
He signed us up.
he signed us up.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting.
And
The
then
second day was even kind of better. Yeah, I got those shirts are awesome. I got Carter one.
we got another shirt, so we got two. So Julio showed up, huh? Uncle Jim, I gotta tell you, every time I see one of Ocean's videos, that song you played keeps popping up in my mind. Simon and Garfunkel, or was it just Paul Simon? Me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh,
Oh, a 65 Dart? Hell yeah. What was that? A 265 inline six? I think it was a 265. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Y'all like the blue Kool-Aid? Can y'all see that? You can't see that, can you?
Yeah, kind of. There's some Kool-Aid there. Lots
Yeah.
of funnels for the Kool-Aid anyway.
That's 4 of them lined up. I don't know where he got that picture. That's from MCK. He just texted it to me and Chico,
nice.
I think.
MCK has 4 Dylans.
No, that's what he's saying. He doesn't know where he got the picture. That's
There's
right.
something wrong.
Yeah, it's a 225 slant six. Yeah.
Jamie, is anybody in the back room?
Yes.
Damn, you keeping people in the back room now?
Hey, brother, if you can't get here on time, just whatever.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, something like that.
What's up, Scotsman?
Sorry I'm late, fellas.
No problem.
Scotsman, do you know Miss Saranda?
Hi,
How you doing?
good and you?
Not too bad. I'd be better if I was on time. I don't like being late.
Yeah, he's lying. He's not doing too good. Look at him.
Yeah. You sick, brother? Catch a cold?
No, I just got up.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you do that, man.
I said that's, but apparently I went with this.
Well, my alarm went off this morning. I forgot to set the one across the bedroom, so I have to get up out of bed to cut it off. And Baloo just was a real good snuggle bug today, and I ended up being about 35 minutes late being at work. I was like, oh, God. And, of course, she still had to go to the bathroom. I had to take the trash to the street and all this stuff before I could even get ready to go to work. Hey, Willie.
Really?
Willie, did you become Mormon?
Yeah, he's already married, Saranda. Don't let him.
Wait, who? I just saw it flash and I missed it. Who asked me to marry them?
Willie Bullet Man. Do you know Willie Bullet Man?
I do not.
You can't pay him any attention.
But I'm looking for a gun sugar daddy. So
He's an ex-airborne reindeer. You don't want to talk to him.
Airborne reindeer. He's good people.
How your head is, Kyle.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he's talking about. Hang on, let me check. Fine. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, Willie, how long we been buddies, man? We've been good friends for probably what, 2-3 years.
I'll say 3 years.
Right as we were coming on the air, I have a new subscriber, Willie Bullet Man.
That's funny. But no.
I think he was like my 25th or 30th subscriber. I mean, he's been one of my buddies since I got started on here.
Yeah, it was.
And look, I could be wrong, but is Sharenda the first woman we've ever had on here, right?
Yep.
See,
Oh.
the Kitty, Vanessa
Privilege.
Kitty.
We tried to get Kitty on here and it didn't happen, so okay.
It'll happen. Well, I think we'll get more. And I know Sharenda runs I know she runs a women only reloading group over on Facebook too. So I'm assuming sometimes those viewers may be pushed over here to learn a little more than, just to learn the extra stuff.
Definitely. Right now, I think there's only like 20 ladies in there, and I know them all personally. I have to breadcrumb feed them links to go to, because I don't know about some of y'all, but if you give me too many links, I'll deal with them later, and then they just don't show up. So I do something like once a week. I'll send a link for something for them to sign up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. We definitely appreciate the questions anytime anyone asks, women or men.
Come on, Buzz. Come on, man. We're trying to keep this PG. Nobody wants to picture this.
Jeez.
I was about to ask Sharenda something, and I forgot what it was.
Uh-oh.
Old age kicking in.
Okay.
Told you she's gonna fit in good.
Yeah, she will fit. She already fits in well.
Yeah, this has been really fun so far. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Thanks for saying that. I remembered, and then I forgot again. Seriously, are you familiar with the Reloaders Network, and are you a member there, and would you like to be?
I am a member,
Good. Well, you
and
guys,
I am familiar.
are you on Slack? Have you went over and set up your account on Slack?
No, because I'm almost scared I'll get too many notifications while I'm at work.
Ozark, that's funny, Ozark. That's very funny. Fuzzy's looking for FWB, Friends with Bullets.
That's a good one. I might need to make that into a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Ozark always has
That's a
these
good
one-liners, man. Yeah. He's always got these top one-liners. I don't know how he comes up with it, but it's freaking hilarious.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
Sharp. He says he's stupid, but he's pretty damn sharp.
He's really smart.
So, Willie, I appreciate it, brother.
It happens too, brother.
That happens a lot, Willie. They keep me subscribed to people that don't care about who's posting videos. And then I hear everybody talking about a video, and I'm like, what happened? And I'm not subscribed to them anymore. It's ones I actually care about. I mean, I'm getting all kinds of messages from 13-year-old gamers wanting me to watch their live play. I'm like, how am I even subscribed to you? I don't get it.
I'm not even going to empathize with that, because at least you're not getting any that say, hey, you shoot guns and make ammo. Are you a freak? Can I get your number?
Dang, you get those guys?
Yes, my block game is so hard on Instagram, and it's
I think most of them are Fuzzy's little troll accounts.
oh my
Right,
goodness.
it's got to be fuzzy.
They're mainly from Nigeria and Bulgaria.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely fuzz.
You gotta watch them Bulgarian reloaders. I mean, they're
Man,
Well, I saw your post pop up on a Dylan post, and then there was something with hunting, and I think it was a grouse or something that I believe you shot a bird or something. That's how I saw your
Yeah, I went pheasant hunting for the first time a
Okay.
few weeks ago. I'm actually quite enjoyed that, probably a little more than I should have. So I'm getting ready to schedule a ladies only pheasant hunt because there was a few that were interested. I didn't know, so
Well, hey,
somehow that got thrown on me.
you want to get on video? No, you don't. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, were you in Texas? It's usually where you have the hunts. Okay.
That was here in Kansas City. The
Really?
organization Pheasants Forever, they have these little clinics all over the place, and this one was a women's and youth clinic,
Yeah.
and it was free. So that was a plus. I just had to drive an hour away. That turned out better than I thought it was, but that bird made me work for it.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to see something entertaining, you watch a chubby woman running through wet grass and mud, climbing over creeks, dead falling over trees, bushes, going after a bird. And these were planted birds, and they had us working for them.
Yeah.
I don't know about anyone else, but sounds like a good time to me.
It was. The only problem was it wasn't much meat on that bird. And I was thinking, I did all that dang on work, and this is just an appetizer.
Yeah, there ain't nothing on those birds.
That's the way we feel dove hunting down here in Georgia. You got to get like they only allow you, I think it's 16 a day, but hell, it takes 42 to fill a frying pan.
Yeah. It was a pretty bird though. So everybody comment that, oh, you had the bigger bird. And I was like, I'm the bigger kid. I require more food. So, and it was a pretty bird. If I had been thinking, I probably would have had the whole thing mounted and saved it since it was my first bird. But
I was going to ask you if you had it mounted. Yeah.
no, I kept the plumes because I wanted to learn how to field strip it. So I didn't have a choice. I kind of had to let it go because if I kill it, I'm eating it.
They're gorgeous birds. They really are.
They were, but it felt so satisfying after I climbed through mountains, seas, and swamp.
And they're pretty good with some butter and some Kent Rollins original Red River Ranch seasoning. They're pretty good. Yeah.
I actually did a sauteed mushroom and pheasant recipe that I saw online. Which is funny because I had so many men telling me, "Oh, you put it in a slow cooker," and I'm like, "Slow cooker? You guys haven't heard of an Instapot?"
Yeah, right.
Black iron skillet.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Like, no 4 hours here. We're talking about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about to say about 20, 22 minutes. That's what
Yeah.
Oh, God, that hurt.
So, Scotsman, while we were up there, down there for the shooting event, we met a guy named Sean, and he gave Chico and I one of these. Do you use these? Have you ever used them?
I haven't used that particular one, but I have used other ones before, yeah.
Well, me and Chico used ours. Kenny did too, and I really like it. So I'm gonna order some more of those. He gave us that one. He also gave us a link I put on there earlier. Should I share that link again, y'all?
So I'll tell you guys, after I did my first, I did a photo on Instagram with this showing it. So who makes these are Foam Action Sports, and but I made sure I tagged Black Bag Resources in it because he was the one that introduced us to it and spoke to us about it and gave me this. So he tagged me and said, "Hey, the manufacturer has shared your photo on Instagram." So oh man, like I said, when we used it the same day we got it. And you can use it with pistol, you can use it with rifle. It's a nice little piece of equipment. Because it's light, I like it because I don't know about y'all. Anytime I go to the range, I'm heavy, I'm loaded. You know, I'm carrying reloads, I'm carrying a couple rifles, a couple pistols. So anytime we can lighten that load, you know, it's always good. So, but
all right, let me redo this. Let's see if I can still got a copy. Yes, I do. So this dude's pretty cool. And I'll put it up there. So I'd appreciate it if y'all are interested in something like that. You go give these guys. They were real nice to us.
Jamie, I would really appreciate it if you could text me that link.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna try to get one with my channel logo on it.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm just not tech savvy enough to be able to copy and paste and everything from here with no mouse and a dog.
I'm gonna do it.
Well, knowing you, Kyle, don't pick up the dog.
I can't pick up the dog. She weighs more than I do. Oh,
Hey, and here's another.
you haven't
Here's
been
another thing.
gotten her, have you?
He also gave us a coupon code for 10% off. Spend $50 and get free shipping.
Look, here's my rookie reloader for rifle question. Is 120 grain 308 bullet gonna be too light?
Nope.
No, it's not too light at all. You can send that sucker at like Mach 4.
I was thinking that. So check this out.
What do you want to do with it?
D-Mac, hey brother.
Welcome, D-Mac. Thanks for joining us, my brother.
Cool. Yeah, I did do a video letting us know we're gonna have a live chat. Thanks, D-Mac. D-Mac is I see him a lot of time in just in time prepping's live stream. So we always interact and stuff like that. So thanks for joining us, D-Mac. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask.
What do you want to do with that bullet? If you're trying to make it a target bullet, it will not work. If you're looking towards long range, it will not work.
Up to what distance it will not work? Is there a cutoff?
In a 308, I wouldn't trust it for more than probably 250 yards.
I'm not gonna say anything.
We're gonna run it. Look, here's the thing. I got a mouthful of food. Excuse me. Acura Outdoors. Are y'all familiar with Acura Outdoors?
No.
They're a bullet manufacturer. And I know brother Insight Freedom, when he first got into reloading, he was using their bullets. Anyway, I followed them on Instagram. You know how they do the giveaways? And a lot of people be like, don't nobody win.
Yep. Oh yeah, you did win. I saw that repost.
I saw
that. Choice of bullets, 500 bullets.
All right.
So I told them ship me it was 500 of those 308. They either had 120 grain or 200 grain.
Yeah. Now 120 grain is probably designed or probably aimed towards the 7.62 by 39 caliber. But they'll work in 308 really good.
I mean, yeah, they'll work fine. It's just the ballistic coefficient I don't think's there due to the mass of the bullet. I mean, the velocity's there. You can send that baby flying, but it won't maintain the accuracy if you're looking for a longer range round, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, it was either that or 200 grain, but in the description, the 200 grain was kind of leaning towards the 300 blackout, and I don't have one of those yet. So
you were shooting 208 grains out of my 308 in Tennessee.
I didn't know.
Chico, here's these cast bullets. It's 120 grains meant for the 30-30. Cast lead bullet. I got it going at 3,600 FPS, 1.5 inch group, and I can hit out the 500 yards. So
that's the best 308 choice. Okay.
I'll load some up right now and show you if you want.
Now I believe you, brother. Well, here's another interesting thing. Jamie has some of the bullets of my mode that I recently started casting. I know he'll try them out way before I try them out.
You mean these?
Those right there. They're unsized, they're ungas checked, and I think they're 311, ain't they? Yeah, 311. 311, 158. They like 160 probably or something like that. So
Yeah.
He'll get to try 'em before I do, but
Well, the barrel that you got on that rifle, is it a 1 in 12 or 1 in 10?
1 in 10.
Okay, because Kyle has a point with the. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can kind of overstabilize a bullet and kind of lose accuracy. So it just depends. I mean, try it out and see what happens, man.
Yeah, I mean, hell, send it.
Look at Cranky Cletus comment.
I know.
Yeah, he probably will.
Yeah, he's telling the truth though.
What do you comment?
Nothing.
Says you're hitting the range tomorrow, 1,000 yards.
With a 120 grain bullet, just to prove him wrong.
Hey, prove me wrong.
No,
As
not about-
people say, I'm from Missouri. Show me.
well, not about that.
Because I mean, you're going to get it there really quick, but I don't think it's going to be where you pointed it.
Yeah.
312 and a half, Tico.
312 and a half.
Yeah. So that's why it's down to 308. But these will have to be sized, then powder coated, and then
Then size again.
sized. Yeah.
Now, Sharinda, let me ask you this: what calibers do you reload?
9mm, 45, 223. Hopefully soon it'll be 12 gauge since I shoot 12 gauge, and since I do sporting clay. I know it's not gonna save me any money in the long run, but I want to just because I can.
Oh, it will. I got a couple of people you need to check out.
No, it don't save you money at all. You just start shooting more.
Yeah, you shoot more. Yeah, I mean that's what it is.
Yeah, that's the problem I have. I have now since I can crank out a good. Now I am gonna tell the truth. I haven't set my Dillon up to load 223. I actually go over to a friend's house and use their single stage just so I can stay in the habit of adjusting. So I do those on a rock chucker, but everything else I do on the Dillon.
See, you agree that everybody needs a single stage press.
I do. I do. I want a progressive and I want single stage.
I started out with a 550, and my next press was a Lee 4-hole turret press because it was on a deal, and I used it as a single stage press because everybody needs a single stage press.
Agreed.
Now I've got 3 load masters, the 550. I got a few.
Talking of presses, Jamie, did you make an announcement yet?
No, he was waiting on you.
Okay. I didn't know. I asked a question, man. Don't jump down my throat, man. Sorry I'm
I'm
late.
not jumping down your throat. I'm saying, hey, you're up.
I asked Jamie, not you.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I think he asked me that.
This guy says you're up. God, this backwards camera, some bull.
Yeah.
Okay, the Scotsman has the floor. Y'all ready for this? You ready, Kenny?
Yep.
All right. So, talking to single stage, we have a good friend out there, good brother that has having some problems. And so, talked with Jamie the other day. Y'all know that Big Al threw back in the press from Chico Wise that he won. And I have a couple presses just kind of laying around that are still pretty much brand new. I haven't used them. So we're going to increase the pot a little bit, per se. So we're going to throw in the Frankfurt Arsenal M coaxial press. That's a single stage press.
Is that
I'm
the
also
new one?
going to throw in a Dillon Precision Square Deal B 357 Magnum. And I'll let Jamie do whatever he wants with it to help raise funds for our good friend out there who needs help.
You guys know I'm on board. You know how we roll.
That's going to be 3 presses. We will give 1 press away at $500. Or should we wait and give them all away at once? What do y'all think?
I think we'd probably wait and just do them all at once.
And that way, the first name drawn out of the hat can have their choice. between the Frankfurt Arsenal, and yes, it is the new one, Sharenda, the coax
with the light built in.
with the light built in.
I just had a girl chubby. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Girls get two chubbies. No fair.
And I will try to get up a GoFundMe page tomorrow, and when we come up with $1,500, we'll make arrangements to get the money to our friend. And I think we all know who we're talking about. And so we're giving away the Lee single stage. What is that one again, Chico?
It is a Challenger, breech lock Challenger press.
And we have the Dillon Square Deal B and 357 Magnum. That'll also do 38s, right, Scotsman?
That particular one is set up directly for 357, not 38. They are specifically on the box, only 357.
Okay.
You have to buy a different set of dies and reset it.
Good to know.
I didn't
So
know.
if you don't load 357 Magnum and you win, you still have your choice of 2 other presses.
Or you could just go buy a 357 Magnum.
I like the way she thinks. Hell, I won a full Ed Taco giveaway for a 44 Magnum bullet casting mold, and I didn't even own a 44 Magnum. Now I have 2.
It's funny. I called Jamie. What was it? 3 or 4 weeks back. I found some ammo on sale. Some 30-30. Well, I ended up picking up some more today, so I now have like 6 or 7 boxes of 30-30. So I'm looking for my 30-30 now.
I inherited some dies for 30-06, so now I got to get a 30-06.
Everybody needs a 30-06. I don't care where you live.
I saw a really nice one today. Hey, Mig.
Bye, Meg.
Y'all make me forget what I'm saying. That's why Chico has to finish my sentences.
30-30, 30-06.
He said Kenny's camera's drunk. That's funny.
No, Kenny's camera ain't drunk. It's just
Wobbly.
just a little wobbly.
You guys get dizzy or what? Oh,
Yeah,
well.
Nick said, and Kenny's camera's drunk. Which is weird because Kenny doesn't drink. Maybe his camera drinks all of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Once in a while I have a beer, but not. I prefer lemonade.
Yeah, me too, with a lot of vodka in it.
So, Surrender, check out the golly, I can't remember the name of that.
30
Don't you also get no, it's a, it's made by Howa.
Howa Mini Action 1500.
No, it's it's 30-06. It's Gun Blue 490. Do y'all know Gun Blue 490?
Oh yeah, everybody, big channel.
Surrender, he's got a new rifle that he's just gotten, and it's I'm gonna have to go find it now. It's driving me absolutely insane. It comes with a wood stock and a composite stock for hunting, and it is absolutely beautiful, and it's less than $500 according to what he says, if you can find it.
For a hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to send me that link. Although I'm on punishment because I want a new shotgun. I want a fitted shotgun. It's not cheap.
Right. Yeah, they're not.
I'll find that if y'all go ahead and talk.
We can bear with you. Chico, do your thing, brother.
Chico, I'm looking for that Beretta A400 XL.
We'll
Woodstock
definitely look for it for
black.
you. Is that the model number?
Yes. It's the
Okay.
one that's on my Instagram that I keep posting every so often just to remember.
See, look, and I'll tell y'all, you guys know, guys and girls know, we're coming up on these holidays, and they're gonna be rebates, and it's gonna be sales. So I'm trying to hold off on buying anything because it's just my luck. I'll buy some, and then a rebate will come along. But I'll definitely look for you, Sharonda.
And before you go posting those rebates and stuff on your Instagram, you make sure you message me first because you guys buy up all this stuff.
Oh, and Sharonda, what I was going to say is I've got a couple of people that are actually here in the side chat for you to start. Actually, one of them is starting to reload shotgun can give you a lot of help because they sure have helped me.
Oh, thank you. I am bookmarking this now. Wait. No, that's something else.
What you need to do is click on Ocean's 374's last comment where it says Fuzz and become his friend.
Fuzz and become his friend.
Ocean 374. It's got a smiley face and it says Fuzz. Like the fifth comment up.
Fifth up.
Ocean's a good guy too. He's definitely.
Julio is a very awesome human being.
Yeah.
And he is exceptionally smart when it comes to shotguns.
Well, I definitely need it because I need to have some load advantage for the next league that comes up this spring.
Another one you need to look at. He's not here tonight. He's been real busy here the last couple of months. Is JCM 45. He's got a lot of information himself. Now they're going to tell you the first thing to do is buy a reloading manual.
Oh, I have plenty of those.
Not for shotgun?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
I mean, when I'm dedicated to something and want to do something, if I can catch the deal, I'll buy it with the intention of knowing I'm gonna need this later.
I got it. I'm cool. Julio, Oceans 374 hooked me up substantially and gave me a bunch of information and everything. But then out of the blue, I don't know how he got my phone number, but JCM 45 called me. And me and him talked for about 4.5 hours. And we were comparing notes and all this stuff. And it really matters with shotguns what components you use. The priming, the wads, the shot, you know, how much shot you put in. It really matters because you can mess some stuff up in a heartbeat. And now it's pouring down rain, and y'all ain't going to be able to hear me. I'm going to mute myself.
Well, I am stocked up on shot shell empty ones. So I'm getting there. I just got to get the reloader.
Surrender, I sent you a couple of links in the private chat.
Got them.
Another thing you can do is if you have a local range, go check and see if they keep those. Because a lot of them pick them up.
They don't.
They just throw them away. So just go ask them, hey, if you guys keep these? And if they do, just see if you can get them for free. Usually they'll just give them to you.
Well, see, at the ranges I go there so often, they know. So they'll even hold brass for me, and when I come in, they'll just give it to me. But nobody okay, so nobody in Kansas City goes to the indoor ranges and shoots shotgun.
Hey, Jamie, will John let us shoot shotgun?
I don't think so. Yeah, Loader said at least your grass is getting watered. Anyway, that rifle is a Webley and Scott Empire, and I could not believe the build on that rifle is impeccable. And he said that I'm in trouble, Kenny. Don't laugh, man.
Yeah, that does look nice too.
Yeah. And
I do love me some rifles.
Yeah. So I don't know if he was exaggerating about the price, but he said around $500. Well, you can watch the video. I sent you the video,
I got it bookmarked right now.
and I really respect Gun Blue 490. I respect him a lot. So, but Chico, we are still not getting to the point of who'd you enjoy meeting the most, and
I know the very most. This is the honest truth. I think, and y'all gonna think it's weird. I think Eric Pratt was, I think, that I enjoyed the most, and I'll tell y'all why. Because when he signed me and Jamie up for GOA, you know, and we did it on video, we was like, man, it's gonna make the Scotsman happy when he see this, right? And the next day, now when we signed up was day one. It was raining, everybody was miserable. But day two, we walked up to the long range, and we did not have it on video. And what did he say when we walked by? Y'all remember?
No, I didn't hear. I think I was ADD.
We walked by Eric Pratt. He said, Chico, right? I was like, oh
yeah.
Video,
Yeah.
man.
he said, here's two of our newest members.
He remembered him.
You can't, if you ever meet Chico, you can never forget Chico.
Right.
He remembered us, which was my point, and I think that was cool because, you know, a lot of people on a personal level, you know what I mean, for what GOA does, in my opinion. I think it's pretty cool that he remembered us. So.
Oh yeah, well you got to think about how many people he meets in a day. So yeah,
correct.
That's pretty cool, man.
I didn't even expect to see him. I thought it was just going to be the other people. You know what I mean? Because we knew GOA was going to be there. So he was up there running the booth and signing people up, and you know, so I think it was pretty cool. What is your answer the same, Jamie? Was that the person you? I thought it was Anvil. Anvil for you.
Yeah, they talking to Anvil was nice, and that was they're close, but the two of them were just so nice to us, and both of them were, and another one that was Eric's wife, Brandy.
Oh.
She was a sweet lady too. But yeah, Eric Pratt, he sat there and talked to us as long as we wanted to talk about whatever. And I've got this on video, and I need to put it out tomorrow. There's not going to be a whole lot of editing to that video. That man knows his stuff.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm firing up the casting pot. It's supposed to be nice and cool in the morning. It's time to make some 40 cal rounds.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be shaking my butt off in the chilly weather, trying to get me a deer because I want some summer sausage.
Yes.
So what are you taking on the hunt? What caliber?
So I'm taking 12 gauge. I have to shoot shotgun because it's on conservation for lotto and population control.
Yeah, the Midwest is kind of weird, Jamie. They have like 3 hunting days a year.
Which is interesting because I've never hunted outside of the pheasant hunt with my shotgun, and it's going to be kind of hard to mentally tell myself, don't follow it. I'm used to doing deer with the rifle, so no scope and nothing moving.
Well, are you slugging or are you buckshotting?
We have to use rifle slugs.
Okay. So you've got a smooth bore and you're using a rifle slug.
I'm using their shotgun, so I'm not sure what they have. They just told us it has to be rifle slug. I am taking mine. If I can use mine, I just have regular slugs.
Well, you run the slug itself has rifling on it. They call it a rifled slug. If you have a rifled barrel, then use a Sabo round, and they make varying weights and everything like that. And I don't know. I've got a little bit of experience with each one of them, and I found that the Sabos are better, but as far as longer range. But then again, you're just shooting a 12 gauge, so
Yeah.
you know. Here, dear, dear, dear. Here, dear, dear, dear. And when it quits coming in, then you shoot.
Well, the area they had our blind, well, my blind set up in, I'm thinking I'm going to get one. There were at least 4 spots literally right outside our blind where it
Nice.
was really active. So I'm hoping to get something. My only concern is how the heck am I going to go pee?
Well, see, it's easy. You just spread your knees apart a little bit, and it's different for a woman.
But wait, there's more. Hold on.
You want me to show you how I pee in a tree stand?
I was gonna say, if she's in a tree stand, she's already squatting. She just goes.
Yep, Gatorade is your friend.
Yeah.
You get electrolytes, and then you just refill the bottle.
But you don't drink it the second time. So, Kenny, do you remember these guys, Black Hole Subsonic?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the. I had a really good time talking to those guys. They had a integrally suppressed 308 chassis.
All right. I'm back. So jokingly, someone.
If she pulls a Lady J.
A Shiwi.
Kenny, I'm sorry, buddy, but that was worth interrupting.
And I'm actually kind of excited and hope I do have to go pee because I'm going to be out there like a little 3-year-old boy outside for the first time letting it go.
Let me go ahead and give you a little heads up advice. If it's cold outside, you might want to wrap your hands around that thing for a second.
For a second.
Get you one of these, Surrender.
Was it a bottle?
Yeah, Gatorade bottle, yeah.
1 quart Gatorade bottle. Anyway, Scott's been going to show us something. Then we'll get back to mine and Kenny's story.
Oh no, let Kenny talk. You got interrupted. Go ahead, Kenny.
It's all right, man. I was talking about that Remington rifle had a integrally suppressed. It was just something I don't know. I kind of nerd out on the specs. It's a 1 in 6 twist that could shoot a 180 grain bullet out to 600 yards, basically. Subsonic. So.
Yeah, this company will. If I'm thinking, now you interrupt me if I'm thinking of the wrong company, Kenny. But you buy a gun, take the barrel, or even send them the whole gun, whatever. They'll send it back to you integrally suppressed for $900, no tax stamp. Send it straight to your house. Am I thinking correctly?
Yeah. So he's saying that the tax stamp still still applies, but if you want to link or shorten your barrel and have an SBR, it's all included in one tax stamp. I'm like, okay, so that's where you save your money. But yeah, essentially, yeah, basically you send it in and he'll even their ARs, their whole gas system is inside the barrel, so you don't have a gas block. It's really unique. And so I mean, if you guys are looking for that option. But I think it's a pretty cool company. I enjoy basically listening to him, and, kind of just explain his whole manufacturing process and what he's doing.
Bye, Meg.
Don't leave us.
You got to go back to work, man. You know the drill. Hey, Meg. Bye, Meg.
Hey, look, I got a question for Kenny because I'm assuming someone wants to answer. I mean, would like the answer to it. Who did you enjoy meeting the most? I think I know the answer to this though.
I was gonna say Kobe and Stern Defense. That Stern Defense, I've never even heard of them, or I've seen one of their products before. I forgot what manufacturer it was until I saw it actually out there. That the owner of Stern Defense is Andrea, and in fact, talking to her and actually letting her talk, she probably knows more about firearms than me and everybody here. I'm not even joking. This girl is very smart with firearms. She's been in the business for 15 years, her whole family over 55 years in manufacturing firearms and firearm accessories. So between her and Kobe was another guy for Desert Tech. He let us shoot those SAS rifles or SRS A1 rifles, which I'm pretty impressed. And in fact, I'm gonna start saving up to buy one. Those things are pretty neat.
They're awful expensive too, but man, I put 4 out of 5 on target, and the one I missed was because I was shooting at the 6 instead of the target beside the 6,
Right.
and we were shooting at 825 yards. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
And you know another thing, man, is it's kind of hard to pick one or two favorite people. You know, it's not a favorite. I know I met a lot of people out there, some with huge channels, some with smaller channels. And I'm gonna do a channel shout out on another one of my Dirty South brothers that I met out there. I think I kind of just walked by him, but later we connected on Instagram and on YouTube. But the first day we got there, I had met Coda Boy, Israel Cover, and the X Ring, and I just knew, even though like the Scots, you know, we've been on foreign domestic in the private chats and stuff like that, and we've interacted on each other's videos.
Yeah.
But you know, when I first met them, I was like, humble people, man. You know, regardless of what you may hear, but it was very cool, man, to meet them. I like that suppressor, that Microtech. I don't care what nobody say, man. That thing was quiet.
I keep telling people that. Yeah, you know, you got to put it. You said like 5, like basically a couple drops of water. I don't know what the deal is about that, but you said a couple drops of water kind of quiets it down a little bit more. But yeah, that by far was the quietest 9mm, and we brought in 9mm ammo just to test it out to see what it'll do. Not just the American Eagle. That some of the guys had some of the supersonic 115s, and you can totally tell a big difference between that and the other suppressors. But that one's probably going to be a pretty pricey price tag. It's all titanium, and it's not available to civilians yet. So that tells
Who's
you
got a
something
bird?
there. Yeah.
Who's got a bird? Oh, that's good. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry. I got my boys in the background fighting, so I got to go regulate a little bit.
I don't know, Chico, but I see you've been feeding your crickets pretty good because they're still active.
No.
Yes.
No creep.
Yeah.
So
Are you guys hearing the helicopter or what?
If you're hearing a beep, last week my smoke detector battery need to be replaced.
You just
Today
replaced that thing on the
it's
last.
a carbon dioxide detector now.
What is going? It sounds like Chico's crickets.
Let's see.
Yep, it's Chico's crickets.
Ah.
unbelievable.
He loves his crickets. He feeds them good. It's okay.
So my buddy sent me a text today of an awful nice looking target when he should have been in bed asleep.
Not it.
that would be this dumbass here that showed up late. So you guys have seen the 6.5 Creedmoor before that I put together. I finally got the break in the other day, and there it is.
Yep. I saw that on Instagram.
That is the
That's
Hubert
nice.
Concepts break. That's what I was waiting on. Took a few months to get it. Finally got it. So after 2 years in the making, this thing is complete and shoots like a dream.
Woot, wooty, woot, woot, woot.
Do you need me to test that out for you?
You can shoot it if you'd like.
Just saying.
You can shoot it if you'd like. It shoots like a 22.
I like her. She's funny. She thinks you're going to give her.
You're not getting to keep the brass. I keep the brass.
Oh, that's funny.
Can I keep the gun?
No.
Oh.
Hey, is my
That's
cricket
fine,
still
though.
here, Kyle?
Chico, what exactly are you doing with crickets?
He's raising them for fish bait in his basement.
Okay, yeah, I have to ask with him sometimes.
She actually believes Jamie. That's funny.
Hey, look, believe it or not, during the range day, both days, I probably picked up 2 pieces of bread. Seriously.
What?
The guy, hey, look,
Buying that shit for a minute. No.
Good.
look, whenever we were shooting that bullpup looking gun
Yeah.
from
Look, when
Desert
Jamie-
Tech,
Yeah. It was dropping down Peterson brass. This is what Jamie picked up, and I should have grabbed all of that because this stuff's expensive.
Look, I asked the guy. He seen me pick up the brass and look at it. I'm looking at the primers, and I told him, I said, man, we're reloaders, so we look at our piece of brass. You know, he told us, take all the brass you want.
Yeah. I was
And you
like,
didn't take
man.
any?
All the brass you want.
Yeah,
Picked up a box of
yeah.
popsicles.
Peterson brass runs about $1 a piece. And if I friggin' knew that, I would have picked all of that up.
It's funny, man. When I went and shot yesterday to test out the Creedmoor and the Grendel, what you found there. When I went to shoot those and test them, they only let me go on the pistol range. The rifle range is closed because hunting season. But I stopped every few shots and picked up my brass. Well, there's guys over on the skeet range, and they kept looking over and wondering why the heck I was stopping and walking around picking up brass. This stuff's gold, man. Gold.
They'll learn. One of these days.
There it is.
Well, that guy with that 5140, every time he shot that and that brass fell, he was looking for that brass.
Oh yeah, he definitely was.
Yeah.
That's about $9 a pop.
Yeah. Well, even the 50 Alaskan and all that we were shooting, I was like, hey, man, I know you're a reloader. He kept looking at the brass that fell on the ground. I'm like, here, man, I know you're a reloader.
Yeah, wait till Surrender gets a 30-06. How did you like that rifle?
Which one?
The one I sent you the link to?
I am liking that one, and I may have to set back the shotgun dream and get that one first since it's more paintable.
That is one more beautiful rifle for that kind of money. She sent me a price of $452 on our private chat. So for that rifle and that build, the bluing, I swear it looks like Smith & Wesson bluing. It looks like you can stick your hand down in it.
Well, that one came with both stock too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I can't figure out how to do live YouTube, but I can definitely figure out how to find a gun sale.
Have you ever done live YouTube, Surrender?
Not initiated it on my own.
So here's the thing, it changed a little bit. You used to could do it from your phone, and they changed the requirements. You have to have 1,000 subscribers to do it from a mobile device.
Oh, that's stupid.
But you can do it from if you're using a laptop or a computer, you can do it from there. But you should try it out one day. You can always do a test run where it doesn't have to be public. So hit me up if you ever want to do it or something that you need somebody to test it out with.
Bet.
Hey Jamie, do we need well, I'm just gonna remind everybody. We are still trying to figure out the dates for the Dead Zero next shooting, Dilly Bob. So I think we're gonna be working on that soon so we can get a set date around about the time. I know we talked about it a little bit on the road, Jamie.
Yeah, Scotsman, how's April sounding for you?
Works for me, man. I just need at least, I'd say at least probably about a month and a half notice to get time in and make sure I get it off.
You want to talk to Scott and get him talking to Dead Zero, or you want me to
Yep,
talk?
I can talk to him. I meant to call him today. I'll call him tomorrow. And we'll get that in the mix.
Yeah, Eagle, the Dead Zero thing is will be much more in line with what you were expecting from the thing this past weekend. Not going to be a bunch of vendors with free ammo, and be a lot of us bringing our stuff to shoot.
Well, I was pretty satisfied because I went there just to kind of look down some high-end rifles, get a hand on those and some of the high-end optics. Because I'm like, okay, well, what are you really getting out of a $4,000 scope? Yeah, the clarity is there, but the tracking is just as good as a regular SWFA. I mean, I'm just trying to be positive about it. I'm like, I don't see the point of spending $4,000 on a scope. So
Yeah, I've shot through really high dollar optics, and then I've shot through what I have on mine, and I kind of like mine.
I'm not trying to hit a penny at 1,000 yards. My target engagement's a 24 by 24, and I can clearly see it with the scopes I have.
Well, and especially living in Georgia, you don't need a $5,000 Schmidt and Bender, you know.
Yeah. I think it's mostly bragging rights, but
Yeah, who
I don't
needs
know.
15 by 78, you know, by 72, you know, millimeters. You don't need that here.
Well, I'm probably going to switch over to MilDot because I hope to get into some of the PRS shooting here. That's why I do need a suppressor because they require muzzle. They can't have a muzzle brake basically. So
Well, MilDot's a lot easier to figure out in your head.
yeah, I mean, I can figure out a MilDot. I'm just used to inches, you know, 10 inches or basically 11 inches at 1,000 yards.
Right. And you know, yeah, you can do the math, but you start. It's really easy to range stuff with MilDot. It's very easy to figure out a targeting solution because everything's in base 10. You know, if you know a fence post is 3 foot tall, it measures 1/10 of a mil. I mean, you know, you can figure everything out, and you can range it really quick on the spot instead of needing a scientific calculator, 3 notebooks, and 4 pencils.
Yeah. Well, I on the first day I ran with U.S. Optics again. They let me use that rifle, and we shot 200, 600, and then at the 800 yard with that AR-10. And he told me basically the dopes for every single one. Now I was running the scope. I went all the way up, went all the way back down, fell right in the middle of the dope, and it missed. Missed 3 times. And he said it was me. He said it was probably me shooting, but I'm like, then I dialed down 0.2, and then it hit right on target. So he says, oh, well, I guess there's an error factor on that scope. And I'm like, this is a $4,000 scope. You shouldn't have any error factors.
Yeah, my $300 SWFA Super Sniper Fix 10. Snooper Sniper? Is that what that said? Super Sniper Fix 10. I was sitting at deer camp, ran it all the way up, all the way down, all the way left, all the way right, set everything right back in the middle, made a couple of corrections, slipped the turrets to set everything to 0 at 100 yards, and I keyed in 30 mils up and 4 mils to the right, and we were in business at dead 0.
Yeah.
Second shot.
Yeah. The tracking is the biggest thing, and that's probably what you're going to get a lot with spending the high dollar scopes, but there are scopes out there. Some of the Bushnell that are coming out, and they're like $600, and I'm noticing a lot of folks are reporting that those scopes are tracking
phenomenal. Well, I don't have a problem with the SWFA. It's got amazing turrets for the money. I mean, it's a surprise. Hell, Scotsman, you shot through it. It's a surprisingly clear scope at 1,000 yards, and the turret tracking is amazing. I went all the way back down to the dead 0, and at 100 yards, right through the X. So, you know, it's you can't go wrong with it. It's a $300 scope, but it's a 50 power scope.
Well, I'm finding out for me, since I shoot in the afternoon, the sunset puts a big glare on that scope. That's the only downfall to that thing. And then the eye box relief at least for me, I'm using a 16X. I know the 10X has a way better eye box relief. Look down that scope. But
yeah, I shot budget scopes, and then I shot some high-end scopes, and I'm not gonna lie, I like my high-end scopes only because I find them at a good price. If I didn't find them at a good price, I wouldn't buy them.
I would say $1,500 is the most I'll go on a scope. That's why I was looking at that US Optics TS20, which is their budget line, and actually that scope is pretty good.
It's got some really good glass in it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm looking for is the reticle, what kind of reticle it has. I prefer the open dot style, like the SWFA, I'm finding that you could get on target or PRS or whatever, or even do precision work with having an open dot. That's just my preference.
Right. Yeah. But you transitioning from minute of angle to a mil dot scope is going to take a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're going to overthink everything.
Yeah, it's got more, MOA scope's got a hell of a lot more finer adjustments. If you're to dial 0.1, you got to hold a little bit left or right if you want to get that same kind of precision.
Or if you've got, adjustable on the move turrets, you just put it in there. But you have to trust your turrets to be accurate. And the ones on my 308 I trust them extremely. I've went up and down, left and right, stop to stop several times, just torture testing the scope, and it hadn't failed me. I set everything back to 0, 100 yards right through the X. Yeah. And if I need 0.2 of a mil to the left, click, done.
Now, my neighbor has a Leopold Mark 7, and I can say that scope is worth the money. Because he dropped that thing off a tree stand that was about 40 feet in the air. I seen the video of it. Picked it right back up and then shot a deer 5 minutes after that. So, yeah.
I didn't have a whole lot of money invested in that SWFA scope or the rifle it's on, even though it's a pretty high dollar rifle. I took the rifle and dropped it on the floor. It landed right on the scope. And I said, well, if this son bitch isn't accurate now, I don't want this scope. Dead nuts.
So let me ask you this, since we're talking scopes. Personally, I'm a second focal plane guy. I really don't like first focal plane. But what about you guys?
I'm a second focal plane. Yeah. Especially for what I do, I'm doing a lot of ELR shooting lately. Second focal plane is the way to go. But it's just my preference. I like second focal plane.
I haven't decided yet because I haven't really shot much outside of my scope that came with my 243, which I mean it's good out to about 200 yards, and then the one on my AR, which is a Bushnell, cheapest 223 they had because I'm accessory poor. So
well, now reloading for a 243, you should be able to get 1,500 yards out of that rifle.
Only problem is I don't have a way to test that because there is nowhere in Kansas City unless you have a private range access, which you have to be sponsored, and then you have to pay a big grip to get into those ranges.
It also depends on the barrel twist rate of the rifle and the weight that you're using, the weight of the bullet. What was it? 100 and I sent them all to West Desert Shooter. I can't even remember what they were. I can show them to you. They wouldn't let me send live ammunition. That camera thing again. There you go. There's some Hornady 243s. I think these were 110 grain. 105 grain. Yeah, 105 grain Hornady SSTs, I think.
So let's ask the shooter out of us here that is the one who you never think it looking at him that he'd be one of the best shooters out of this entire group, including me. I'm not that good. The gun does the work for me. We're talking about this guy down this up here, the Chico Wise.
Yeah.
Hey, and then you know what? I think I'm second too.
No.
I do like to see. I want to see, especially if it's got either mil dots or MOA hashes on it. If there's got hashes or something, I can check it out. I want to see where it's going. I know with the first focal, it looks a little different, if that makes sense. You know, I understand if I look through them and if I zoom in. I like the second focal plane better.
Well, the difference is if you're going to use it for accuracy and range estimation and everything like that, it has to be zoomed all the way in on a, I think that's a second focal plane. Yeah, has to be zoomed all the way in for it to be accurate. If you got a 3x9 and it's on 3 and you start making measurements with that, it's not going to work. It has to be all the way magnified. So, you know,
You're talking for ranging, right?
for ranging, for correcting, you know, shot placement or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like the fixed focal planes. You know, the fixed second focal plane, like the SWFAs.
Yeah, I
don't have to worry
run
about
a fixed 10. It works great.
Yeah.
I do have
me-
9s and all that other stuff on other rifles,
Yeah.
which I wanted to take to dead zero, but I didn't. Just
I would say a 10x, like you're saying, a 10x or 12x second focal plane with a good, simple holdover reticle, you know, very minimal windage is suitable for anything out there.
it's golden.
It's golden, yeah. And for the folks that actually wear glasses, I was going to suggest, because I actually have been using my neighbor's. He has the new ATN-X sight. That one uses a kind of a camera system.
Okay.
It's pretty unique. So if you wear glasses or you have a vision problem, I would look at getting something like that, because you don't have to worry about that. You're looking through a TV basically, and that sight's doing really good. They had issues on the first generations of those scopes with the firmware, but now they fixed it with this one, and it's only like $600.
What's your pick, Jamie? And then after that, we'll have to start wrapping this up.
I want to say good night to Mike Treen. He's leaving.
Night, Mike. Thanks for
Good
coming,
night,
brother.
Mike.
Later, Mike.
Again, I'm sorry I didn't see your. I think you called me on Facebook or something, but my phone was on the do not disturb mode. That happens at 9 o'clock. So if anybody tries to call me after 9 o'clock, I'm not going to see it.
To answer the question, Chico, if I understand what y'all are saying correctly, I've never shot a first focal plane scope.
Yeah, you
You would know if you did. First focal plane, when you zoom in, the reticle goes with you.
Yeah, so I've only shot second focal plane. Kenny shot my 270 with my Nikon scope. That's the most expensive scope I own, and it's when it first came out, they were running those at $259, $279, and I got it on sale for $139, and thought I got a good deal. Now they're running them out at $99. So
yeah.
I thought that was totally funny when we were at Dead Zero. I'm like, Jamie, you're shooting all around the damn target. Just hit the damn thing. And you said, well, Kyle, problem is my scope's maxed out and I'm shooting at a leaf on a tree on the other side of the range.
but at 14 power, I could pick out that leaf. So
That was so funny. I was like, well, just keep send it.
it was 1,200 yards away. No, Kenny's going to help me get a 20 MOA base on that scope, I think. I hope.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some rings that I'm making right now. Me and my friend, we finally came up with a kind of like the Ivy scope base, adjustable scope base. And
So you've got the rings. I've got the scope base itself. I've got a 20 MOA on my 308, and my 30-06. But you've got rings.
yeah, I haven't really been mentioning it, but my friend has an FFL as well, and he has a CNC, and I've been helping him program and design. It's actually what I've been rocking out on this rifle.
Nice.
His website, basically the company is called F3Rmachine.com. He has these listed pretty high right now because it's kind of a prototype and it takes a while to machine them. But I've been helping them with the machine process, how to manufacture 10 at a time, and then they're anodized. And these things are precision cut, but we're going to be coming out with all kinds of stuff, bullet molds and stuff to help out with your rifles.
The problem with the 270 is it's an extremely flat trajectory. Now 308, you're lobbing that shit in like a basketball.
Well,
Right.
I'm convinced, especially after talking with Kenny and a few other guys about Scotsman, I'm convinced that the 270 is a very a round that's very capable of shooting good groups at 1,000 yards.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I just got to get a scope that'll do it. And the problem with that particular rifle is that it's very proprietary on the rings. And with that being said, we're running overtime, and I think she just texted me to tell me that. So we'll let Chico take it away and run down the side chat, and we'll start saying our goodbyes.
Great, yeah. Excellent topics, excellent questions, everything. We definitely appreciate it. I want to say first, ladies always go first. I want to say thanks, Sharenda, for joining us. This is the first woman we've ever had on Jordan Shooting Connection. I enjoyed her questions and people asking her questions and getting socialized and all that interaction. So I definitely appreciate all y'all. I know if Signal Soldier's out there in the side chat, if he doesn't mind putting in his email, because she wanted to email you that information you asked about. But I also want to thank my brother Eagle Eye and the Scotsman for coming on. And I thank all of you guys and girls in the side chat. I definitely appreciate it. I will shift it to Eagle Eye.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be on, and I really am grateful for being on the live chat with you guys. Sharenda, I think you're doing an amazing job. You're inspiring many people. Even just talking about the reloading. My wife is always complaining about how much time I spend here, but then she goes and tries it out, and then she sees how it works out in the field. She's kind of understanding. So I wanted to thank you for sharing your experience and teaching folks. So.
Thank you.
Scotsman, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here, guys. And Jamie, you're awesome.
Oh man, thank you for being with us, and thank you for the invite to the big shindig last weekend.
Absolutely.
Face to face, finally.
Thanks, brother, for sure.
So I take us to Mr. Lusk.
Oh, that's me. Oh, okay. He said ladies first, and she never got a chance. So.
I definitely want to thank you guys for having me on the show. I always wonder, I don't know what I'll be able to offer since I'm new at reloading, but I definitely enjoy showing a different aspect of firearms because, I point out that it's mostly focused especially dealing with women, it's always about the defensive, and I like showing that there's more to it than trying to be G.I. Jane. There's a whole recreational, relaxing part of firearms. And I definitely enjoy making my own rounds.
Sweet. Yeah, and that's a huge part of it. My girlfriend actually enjoys casting out here on the back porch. She enjoys resizing the bullets, powder coating. Of course, she's all meticulous with it. I just throw everything in a basket, but that we have our different ways of doing that. But she really enjoys shooting, and that's awesome. I really enjoy having females that enjoy the craft. Because it is a craft. You're always going to improve and everything else. The only thing you can do is make yourself better. You're not going to get worse at it. You're going to seek and desire the things that make you better. And it was very awesome to have you here. Love your sense of humor. Very glad you showed up. It was killer. And Jamie, you never sent me a text saying the links were out. You sent me a text saying, "Did you get the link?" I'm like, So I actually got the link before you sent the text. I was in the process of logging in when you sent that. But anyway, it was great to see everybody. I'm glad everybody was here. I think we had a killer panel, and a lot of questions got asked and got answered. And that's what we're here to do. That's all we're here to do on Friday night, I appreciate everybody being here. Scotsman, take it away.
Well, appreciate being here. Sorry I was late. You know, third
That's
shift
two
life,
demerits.
third shift life, and all that good shit. But I appreciate you having me on as always. Always good to be here with you guys. You know, Kenny said it best. Jamie, dude, you're awesome.
I wish.
You are. You are. I mean, look at that beard, dude. It's epic.
In person, man. Oh man.
That alone puts you in epic status.
Yeah, legendary.
All of them are awesome. I can't figure out where to go, but everybody.
But no, thanks for having me, guys. Be sure and check when Jamie posts a video about the links and all that for helping out our brother, and you all know who we're talking about.
It'll happen, brother.
Let's be watching for that. Lots of good stuff happening there, and I'm sure there'll be more stuff tossed in. I'm sure I've got some more stuff laying around that I can throw in the mix. Maybe some 357 brass and some other bits and pieces. So keep an eye out for that. But yep, appreciate it, and y'all have a good night. And I might go live after this because we have something special that we need to talk about. So.
Good deal. Very well then, guys and gals. Thanks, Surrender. Thanks you.
Thanks for having me.
And Kenny, thank you. I'll be putting up some videos over the weekend and then the next week from. I might have some old lost footage from back at Ground Zero. I still hadn't got up yet. I'm a slacker from way back. I got 8mm Mauser to test, 270 videos stacking up. So yeah, I got more to do than I have time to do it. We will be having a GoFundMe page pretty soon for our buddy, and I'll put out a video here, and can't wait to see what Scotsman's up to here in a few minutes. So, guys, thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see y'all at the latest next Friday, God willing. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Surrender, don't hang up.
Okay.
Not everyone.